Hello, good morning to you all. There you are. How are you doing today? Could you please let me know if the sound is doing that weird thing it did last live, or if we are okay. I don't sound like I'm in a very big room or a bubble or underwater or anything like that. If you could let me know in the comments, I will change it as soon as possible and soon as I can, if I can. I hope you're all doing well today. It is a very bright and sunny morning. I've got the washing out on the line. I've got butterflies going past my window next to the buddleia. It's a beautiful summer's day, and we're going to be making some lovely little bag charms today. They're really colourful. We've got two very lovely colours. We've got four different finishes in terms of your keyring, and you can adjust them as well if you wanted to. So we're going to be making kind of bag charms. You could put them on your keys, you can put them on your bag, you could attach them to whatever you want to. I'm not having anybody saying there's issues with the sound, which is a relief. So good morning to Heather. I hope you are well. Thank you for letting me know. Good morning to Jan. She's in a very warm and sunny Sudbury, and she says the sound is perfect. Well, thank you. And Rachel says good morning from a cloudy Barrow. Well, I'm hoping the sunshine will shine for you soon, Rachel. I'm going to take you down on the map very quickly before I show you the website. And you can see how lovely these bag charms are. I've got a gorgeous kind of pink colourway, so I've put them on kind of a rose gold colour. And we have little shells, hearts, butterflies, the cutest little cup of tea. I'll show you these closer up in a bit. We've got some sunglasses. I've got a gold colourway, which I'm going to demonstrate for you today. And we've got butterflies and chilies and strawberries and hearts and cherries. I've put this one together. It's all on a rhodium antiqued silver finish. And this is what I'm trying to kind of make into reality at the moment. I'm not going on any sunny summer holidays abroad, but I've got the cutest little camera, a flip-flop, a dolphin, this sweet little deck chair, a starfish, palm tree, and then the other on the silver is kind of a musical themed one. Look how cute that little retro cassette tape is. It's so lovely. On the website on Totally Beads, we have hundreds of charms, and I'm not exaggerating there. We've got loads. So if you wanted to put your own theme together, maybe you think I would actually prefer to do a floral one, or I love the enamel charms so much I want to mix those enamel charms up. Most of our enamel charms are on kind of a gold finish, so I would tend to put them on the gold, or maybe even the rose gold findings. There's so much you can do with them. They're really, really lovely. I can't remember who it was, but someone a little while ago asked, could we do some bag charms? And although I was going to put it together maybe towards Christmas, I think they're just so summery. I think this is the season for them. So whoever you were, thank you for that suggestion. They're really, really easy to make. You can, of course, add your own chain to this if you wanted to. But because I wanted to have those metal finishes exactly the same throughout, rather than trying to match the colour of my chain, I'm going to use jump rings. I'm going to use a lot of 5x1 outer diameter jump rings, and then just three, I think, large jump rings, which is outer diameter 6x1, and we can attach that onto the key ring. I'll talk you all the way through it. You could do chain mail instead on these if you wanted to, but I just wanted something quick and easy, really. I thought this would be a nice project for you if you sell and you have a craft stall coming up. Then I think these would be very popular. You could add your favourite beads onto these as well. You could do some rosary linking, or you could do little herringbone weave charms. You could just pop them on pins if you wanted to. And you can do whatever you want with these. But I just wanted to show off our selection of lovely charms today. I think it'd be a really nice project, as I say, if you do have a craft store, or if you've got some little ones that you're trying to entertain over the summer holiday, which is a little bit else where the inspiration came from. So let me say hello to everybody who has come in. Camille says, good morning, Natalie. You sound very chirpy. Have you had a good weekend? I have, thank you. I am tired because I've had a very, very busy weekend, but it's been a very lovely one. Thank you very much. I hope you've had a nice one too, Camille. Elaine says, the sound's fine, but nothing on Facebook. But then I think somebody has commented on Facebook, so it may have just had a slight delay, Elaine. Camille says it's nice and bright where she is. Heather says, I've ordered these, should come today. Well, do bear in mind, if you do want to order them, we should have a 20% off code as well. I don't think there's any limitations on that. I don't think you need to spend a certain amount, but you can get 20% off if you use the code KITS at checkout. That's KITS, as in, look at these kits, KITS. So double check, Heather, that you've got that in, because you should be discounted, and thank you very much. Jean says, good morning from Chicago. I've got no idea, Jean, what time it is there, but I hope you are well. I'm guessing it's very early in the morning. Good morning to Jan, who says, I've ordered all of them, just waiting for them to arrive. Good morning to Mina. She says, I love these. I think these would be popular on your craft stalls, Mina. Good morning to Kath. Anastasia's in Atlanta from the USA, and it's raining where she is. Elaine's found us on Facebook, so that's good. Just Me is saying good morning, and Melissa is in as well, saying she's in New York and it's hot today. Hello to my Frank who's watching. Camille, I must say, you share the most beautiful feathered little Highland cows, and my favourite animal and my husband's favourite animal. We love a cow. We love a Highland cow. So please let me know if you may be thinking of looking for a home for a good price for your little moose, because they are delightfully sweet, and I want one. Good morning to Joanne. She's watching with her granddaughter. Good morning to you both. She says, I'm trying to massage my knee. She keeps grabbing it. She's so funny. Camille saying hello to Kath and Frank. Izzy's in as well, saying they look like great stocking fillers. They do. They do look like great stocking fillers. I'll show you the pictures of them on the website, because you can see what they look like on some of my collection of handbags as well. So you see what they look like when worn, I suppose. Good morning to Carol. Yeah, Heather says she did get a offer on 2 orders, which is brilliant, and there's no limit on the offers, which is good to know. Mina says, I was at a Pride festival and sold a few Byzantine bracelets with no beads. Well, that's nice, isn't it? They are quite neutral in terms of their aesthetic, so I think they would appeal to many people. And Camille says, I'm the second one that wanted one. I'm probably the first one that wanted one, Camille. I just didn't tell you quick enough. Right, okay, let me take you over to the website so you can see these lovely little bag charms. We are, of course, totallybeads.co.uk, and if you head over, they're still in the jewellery making section or our kits making section. Here in video tutorials, you can find them as well. So they're just here at the top of the page on mine. I'm assuming yours will be the same, how to find it. So head into Colourful Bag Charms. I haven't given those a particular name. They just are what they are. So these are the lovely colourways that we've put together for you. Now you will notice there's a slight variation in price. That's because some of them have got the enamel charms on them, which are beautiful, colourful, and a little bit more expensive. So if you wanted ones with the enamel gold or the enamel rose gold colourways, they are £4.49 for what I'm going to call the red or the gold, and £4.99 for the rose gold. We've also got the all metal coloured ones, which are £2.99, and that is for the silver or the rhodium. Don't forget, you're getting 20% off if you add that offer code in, which is KITS at checkout. You can also change your currency at the top of the page. As far as I'm aware, that voucher code will work on any currency. And they're all in stock at the moment. If I've got a little bit of time, I'm going to probably just try and show you some of the other charms we've got available. So if you wanted to add any extras in, you absolutely can. So this one is the gorgeous gold and red. You're going to get this lovely large lobster clasp with ring. Now you don't have to use both of them together, it comes together, but if you wanted to just have that lovely key kind of hook, you could just attach the chain directly onto that jump ring. That's a large jump ring that already comes, and that way you've got two components. You could use this one for a key ring instead if you fancied. I am keeping them together, but that's up to you. You can change your mind on that and you can do what you wish. I've picked out really gorgeous little charms which are all red coloured. We've got food and fruits and butterflies. So we've got a strawberry, a chili, two butterflies. We've got a gold one at the bottom which has got a lovely kind of it's not etched, it's fully cut out, those little decorated wings, really gorgeous, in kind of a antique gold finish. We've got cherries and we've got hearts as well for you. This is how it looks on my bag. I thought it would be nice on my green handbag. But you can see you can put that on anything. In terms of how to attach it, that lovely large kind of key hook at the top can just clip onto the strap or on the actual zip findings of your bag or wherever you want to put it, to be honest. But I just wanted you to see what it looks like. And if you're wondering exactly what charms we're using, I'm not using the pink one in this one. This one's going into the rose gold colourway. But you can see if you wanted to buy any extra charms, maybe you just want one with all strawberries or all hearts, you can add those in very easily. And the majority of them are just £1 each. So you can see the sizes and the dimensions of those. I love the fact you've got a mix of colour with the green and the red. I think that's why I put it on my green handbag. So you can see we've got a little bit of green on the beautiful enamelled cherry and on the chili right at the top there, and some leaves along that strawberry. But everything in this is basically red and gold. And as I say, that is how it looks for you on the handbag. And that will be how it looks like when it's just floating, swinging along on whatever it is that you've attached it to. They are £4.49 for this colourway. I will talk you through the description because I think it's nice that you get to see the charms, and it's a very quick make today. This one is your rhodium colourway. It's only £2.99. You can add extra things onto this as well. I'd have my my trolley token onto this big hook. I always struggle getting that to hand because I do have one on my purse, but actually I think if I had a key ring like this, then I'd just pop it onto there. So this is on this lovely kind of rhodium finish. It's a slightly darker silver. Again, you can still detach that big key ring hook if you wanted to from this big it's like a gigantic split ring, I suppose, on that one. These are your holiday theme. Gorgeous starfish, just super sweet. He's got lots of lovely little detail to him, and he's very touchy-feely. He does just go one way. If you wanted to add more, you could into your basket. You could add an extra one on of him, and you could flip him round if you wanted that on kind of both sides. But you can feel those little kind of spots and bumps along him. He's really lovely. This is just adorable. How cute is that? Little deck chair or sun lounger under an umbrella. I think it's missing a bottle of sun cream because all I ever say when the weather's nice is make sure you got your sun cream on. Little bottle of lotion you could have done with on this one. We've got sweet little palm trees together as well. Cute little dolphin. A flip-flop. There's a few different type of flip-flop charms available. There are some in a pair, but I just quite liked that random one on its own. What you could do is you could get a couple. Obviously, I think this is shaped for 1 foot. I think this is your right foot flip-flop. But we do have some which are joined together as well if you wanted to get them instead. And then the camera. And I know most people just have their phone now. But again, this just reminds me of childhood holidays. My dad going, stand there. This is how it looks on my bag. I put it on the yellow bag just because it's sunny, and I actually quite like this kind of faux tortoise shell kind of clasp on it. But when you've got rhodium, it's going to go on anything really. A lot of bags do tend to have kind of silver or rhodium kind of findings in terms of your zip and the clasp and things like that. But if you've got a gold one, you might think, oh, I need to add a gold keyring hook to that instead. You can of course add those in as well. If you want to have a little scroll down, these are £2.99 for the kit, and you can see they vary in price in the charms. If you wanted to get any extra keyring, Lobster clasp key rings, they are just 50p, which I think is really, really good. Your bag of jump rings, here you're going to get about 170 pieces. They're only £1.50. And then you can have a little look at the dimensions and the costs of the charms. What you will see is if you are to buy these, you can see how many pieces you will get. So you might think, well, 50 is quite expensive for that little charm. I don't think it is. I've seen somebody selling bits on outside of the supermarket the other day, and it was raising money for charity and a good cause, so I'm absolutely not judging. But they were selling just one piece on, were they on like a key lobster clasp type thing? I think they probably were, and they were selling those for a minimum of 150. So you can see if you wanted to get extras, you could multi-buy these, and you could get an extra bag of whichever ones you wanted, and you're getting 10 pieces for there. So you could probably find quite a bit of profit in these if you wanted to make to sell. So they're all the dimensions of the things that I've popped on the rhodium colourway, which is just there for you for £2.99. This one here is the rose gold. And again, using the gorgeous enamel charms. So this is slightly more extravagant one here in terms of cost, a whole £4.99. Really, really cute. Again, making lovely Christmas presents, stocking fillers, birthday presents. Maybe, you've got children who are heading back to school and they're going to need a new bag. My little one is, and I know if he sees these, he's going to want them. So you could always add this to a school bag or something. These are your pink enamel coloured charms. This is how it looks. I popped it on the orange bag just because I kind of wanted that warm tone of the rose gold. You can see I've got quite a few handbags. I wanted you to see how they looked differently on each one. And this one on this particular bag has got kind of like gold coloured, probably more champagne coloured findings on the zip. So I thought that would look quite nice on this one. I'm going to show you the individual charms because they are adorable. You've got that enamel pink butterfly. The shell I just love. Absolutely love that. It's just mermaid vibes. A lovely heart. What you will find is each has got 6 on, and I'm using a larger charm to kind of dangle in the center. So there's going to be 6 charms on each keyring. Each kind of strand that I've created is going to have 2 charms on each one. You can place them wherever you want. You can change that design up however you want, but I have put maybe a slightly larger one in the very bottom center, and this is what I've chosen on this design to go there, that heart, but you can move them around wherever you want. We've got these cute little sunglasses. How lovely are they? And those colors there represent lots of different things to lots of different people, but they're just adorable. This is so sweet. This is probably my favorite charm. It's a little cup of tea. If you're watching us from anywhere else, in Britain, all we seem to talk about is the weather, and a lot of us drink tea. I am a coffee drinker, but that's just adorable. Look at the little tea bag. It's got a tiny little blue kind of enameled colour tab hanging out the side, which is just cute, and your gold little bits of steam. If you wanted to buy these charms, you're going to get 2 pieces of each of these. If you wanted to add these in, of course, you just press quick add and they'll be added into your basket, and they're just £1 each. I mean, I'm going to be bold, I'm going to say it, why not just add an extra one of these in and make little earrings to go with it? You're getting two. How adorable would they be? Cup of tea rings. That's what I'm missing in life. So that one is £4.99. And my last one that I've put together, again, I think this one is I think it's really lovely, and my little one is in a band in school. He's the singer in his band, and I thought this might be nice for his band leader as a little gift. So maybe I'll put one of these together near Christmas, and he can have like a little teacher gift. Really, really sweet. Any music lovers in your family, I'm sure they would love this one. Um, my favourite charm on this one, and I've put this on the black leather bag. We're going a bit punk rock. Is that little cassette tape. It is so sweet, and the detail on it is beautiful. I don't know the technical terms for the parts of a cassette tape, but if I can just hover over here so you can see it. These little kind of the reels. Remember, we used to stick your pencil in there to kind of rewind it. It's just the detail on it's lovely. Again, there's parts to this that you can touch. It's not fully flat. This is kind of a little bit lower down. It's gorgeous, and they've got lovely little swirls and patterns on it as well. We've got two treble clefs, one slightly larger than the other. We've also got a little music note charm here, there as well. I popped on a star with this one because, you know, my little he's a little rock star, he's a music star. So I've added that on as well, which I know isn't hugely musical themed, but you've got what I was going for, hopefully, with that. And then we've got these little guitars, which are just dead sweet as well. There is a front and a back to this too, and there'll be a front and a back to these as well, because they tend to face a particular direction, don't they, your treble claps and your music notes. But they're really, really lovely. It reminds me of that fabulous Disney film. I don't know whether I'm allowed to say it, so I won't, but I love it. Yeah. So that one is your silver colourway with your musical notes, and it's just £2.99. So as you can see, there is an abundance of different themes I've put together. I'm wondering if I do type in charm, whether you'll be able to see just some of what we have. If you wanted to add extra ones in, of course, I've not done a Christmas one, but we have so many Christmas and winter themed charms. We've got snowflakes, we've got wreaths, we've got churches, we've got gingerbread, we've got mittens, we've got deers, we've got Christmas trees, we've got Father Christmases, we've got sleighs, we've got bells. There's loads. If you wanted to add a personalised touch, you might want to get one of these little letters. You could add those in as well. There's so many. I'm not going to have time because I've already talked probably far too long about things, but you can scroll and have a little look on the website. Oh, look, N and P just next to each other. It's like they're meant to be for me. 15 pence, and you can just scroll along and see there's just so many of them. You could add additional ones into this if you wanted to. There's little pom-poms. How cute's that? Where was that? Why did I miss that? Oh, a little chocolate bar. So you can see they're gorgeous. You could do just a food themed one if you wanted to. There's all sorts of things there. So do have a scroll on the website, have a little look, see what you fancy. We've got Halloween ones too. Some of them will be out of stock. I don't know whether we'll be getting any more. There's a little ketchup. They're just beautiful. I just love them. And, we've got lots of enamel ones. We've got lots of just kind of antique themed ones. These are gorgeous. Wish I'd spotted them. You could have personalised star signs in there as well if you wanted to. They're gorgeous. Should have put a white colourway together. Look at the bunny. I'm going to be here all day. I'm just gonna get on with it, because I am literally going to be there all day just looking at the lovely charms. Just so sweet. Right, let me have a little look in the comments. If you've got any questions, please do let me know, and I will do my very best to answer. Let me see. So if I missed any questions, Good morning to Leslie from Minnesota. How are you doing, my lovely? Thank you for being with us wherever you're watching from this morning. Heather's saying she loves Highland cows too. Haven't seen a Highland cow enamel charm, but I'm sure we've probably got little farmyard ones. Would be nice, wouldn't it? Good morning to Kim, who's in Rochester. I can't speak today. Rochester. I'm guessing that's in New York. Hello to you, my love. Good morning to Anastasia. Good morning to Anne, who says I'm late again. I've just been chatting, Anne. Don't worry. Everyone's like, hurry up, get to it. If you are watching back, you can just fast forward. Like the cassette tape, just put the pencil in me, wind me on. Heather says she loves the charms. There's so many choices. And she also loves a cup of tea. Elaine is in. Oh, Elaine, you smoothie. She says, I'm surprised you're old enough to remember cassette tapes. I don't know how old you think I am, but I mean, I'm not surprised, but I'm glad you are. Anastasia says she's just had some dragon fruit tea. That sounds nice. I think my coffee's kicking in, isn't it? I'm talking rather quickly. Anastasia says they'll make gorgeous charms on a bracelet as well. And hello to lovely Natalie, who is in Sweden. I've got people from all over today, and that just makes my heart happy. Right, these are the charms. I'm going to work with the red ones today just because I want them to stand out a little bit. But before I do, let's just oogle these. Look at that. Is that not adorable? Again, there is probably a slight front and back to some of them, but some of them you can put whichever way. And as they're kind of swinging, they're going to move around and things. But I'm sorry, look at the flip-flop. Oh, perfect for a little doll foot. Absolutely gorgeous. You need to feel this. It's so lovely. Really, really cute. So that is, in a nutshell, very, very quickly, your holiday themed ones. There is a front and a back to some of the charms, as I've said. Really, really gorgeous. This is my favourite charm on the musical themed one. Love that. And that is the same on both ways as well. How adorable. Your enamel charms do have a back to them. They've got a gorgeous gold finish. Some of them have got like a little grooved pattern on them. But you've got your cherries, your chili, which is just a gorgeous shape, very, very tactile. And your butterfly, I'm just going to place at the bottom. And then we have this lovely one as well. Loving the sunglasses, loving the cup of tea, loving the mermaid shell. Love them all gorgeous. Thanks, Mum. I guess that's Frank telling everyone my age. Oh, right, okay, I'm going to make the gold one. So you can see this is your keyring hook that comes. You've got that lovely large big key, so you can just attach that easily. Big lobster clasp. I don't know why I called it a key. It's a key ring. Big lobster clasp that's going to go on your bag charms. They usually come with this handy little piece of wire through them as well, so you can easily slide things in and out of there if you want to. Obviously, when we're using it, we're going to take that out. This is just a big jump ring, so if you wanted to open this up, you could take off this part if you wanted to, and you could just attach your chain directly off there if you wanted. I'm going to keep it on, why not? All I would do is I would just sit with my beautiful charms. You're going to get 6 charms in each kit, and I'm going to decide how I'd like these placed. You can put them on any which way you want. I'm going to have the 2 butterflies in the centre. So I'm going to have 1 longer chain, which I'm making my own chain, and 2 smaller ones. You can put these where you want. If you want these much smaller together, just attach less jump rings. If you want to put them all on one, you can. If you want to just put them in whichever style you want, you can do whatever you want with them. Play around with them so you know where you want and that you're happy with them. I tend to look at the sizes really. So if I can show you any of the others really. I look at the sizes of the charms. So I think, well, I kind of wanted the dolphin in the middle, and I wanted to have the lovely big starfish on the end, and these are quite similar in size, so I would put them near each other, but you can do whatever you want to do. So I have done 17 jump rings on the outside, 17 on this one here, so it's balanced. I'll attach 6 jump rings before putting on my first charm, and then I'm just going to put another 11 jump rings on and my charm at the end. For the centre, I'm going to use 22, so that's going to sit just a little bit longer. So I'm going to add 11 jump rings on, and then my charm, and then 11 jump rings on. You can do whatever you want. But what I tend to do is 6, then the first charm, and then adding on another 11, giving me 17 in total. 6 to the first charm, and then another 11 on to give me the other 17 in full in total, if that makes sense. I hope my math's right. I don't know if I counted properly. And then there's going to be 22 on this bit, so I'm going to put charm on number 11, and then another 11 jump rings, and add my charm. You can do a chainmail weave with this if you wanted to, and you could make this really, really fancy. You're getting loads of jump rings in your kit, so if you wanted, you could do like a Byzantine weave, you could do 2 on 2, you could do whatever you wanted with it. So what I need to do is make sure I'm opening and closing a jump ring properly, because that's really important. So let's just get a little pile out and let's move those out of shot. Can we all see okay? I'm at centre. So your jump rings, some of them will come slightly open, some of them will come slightly overlapped. I always tend to just give it a whittle. I'm going to use 2 pairs of pliers. I like to use a chain nose and my flat nose. Now you can see my pliers are broke, but they still do the job. And I'm just going to open them up slightly. I'm just going to open a little pile. So when I'm opening them up, I'm going to give it a little twist towards me. So you can see I've got my last dominant hand. For me, it's my left, and my dominant hand is my right. What I want to do is I want to make sure that I'm just turning my right hand. So give it a little twist and close. Twist to open, away from me to close. The more stress and pressure you put on these, the more you open them up, the more you will distort the shape. But I always make sure it's closed properly so they align, and then I'll open it up. So I'm just going to create a little pattern. And you see this is slightly, you see it's slightly kind of overlapped. So holding it steady with one hand, it might click if it's closed perfect, and then twist to open. I only need to open it a tiny bit. There's lots on my mat, so it's struggling to focus. I got asked by a 5-year cheeky little boy how old I am, says Mina. Oh, what age is just a number, isn't it? Tell them all I'm 21, Frank. Right, okay, so there you go. I'm going to start off with one closed, and then all I'm going to do is just pick up my other, turn away from me to closed. So you can see I'm just going to create chain by just joining those jump rings together. You can just check they're fully closed because it's nice to do a good job. You can, of course, do, as I say, a chainmail weave with these if you wanted to. If you didn't want to make your own chain, you could get some chain off the website and you could just add them directly onto the chain. But as I say, we're going to have exactly the same finish on the metal doing it this way. So I'm just going to take 6 jump rings. So that should be 5. And then I'm going to take my 6th jump ring. I'm just going to hook that onto the last one, and I'm going to slide on my first charm. A little twist to close. So that's going to be there. To attach it onto the key ring, and you can do this at any stage you want to, I'm going to take my slightly larger jump ring, which will be in the kit. These are outer diameter 6x1, and I open them exactly the same. I'm going to slide it on, to the last link, and then I'm going to add it onto here. Now, again, if you wanted to, you can just add them onto this bit if you're taking this off. You'll see on this like massive split ring, there's a kind of thinner part. It might be easier to hook your jump ring around that narrower part, give it a close over, and then just move it along. So those 6x1 outer diameter jump rings will fit nicely onto that keyring chain, but you might find it slightly easier just to attach it to the more narrow section. So I've got 6 jump rings on and my first charm, and then I'm going to add 11. So again, I'll just be opening them up, attaching them on. When I've added on my 11th jump ring, I'm just going to attach that onto the last. So it's not going onto the charm, it's going onto the jump ring with the charm. So just open up your jump ring so you've got enough space to slide that through. Close it over. And then that last jump ring at the end here is what I'm going to attach my next charm onto. So 6 and a charm, 11th jump ring and a charm will make 17 jump rings. There's probably somebody watching me now going, what is your maths? I'm not having 11, 12, yeah, 17. Sorry. So there you go. That's how that's going to look. And then I'm going to do the same. So you can do your 2 sections on the outside and then work onto your middle one if you wanted to, or you can work along. I want this one to be the same as this outside one as well. So I'm going to take my 6 jump rings. I'm going to have one fully closed and then the rest open. So you can open all your jump rings up beforehand, or you can just open and close them as you go, whichever way you prefer to work. A little hair stuck to me there. Jan says, I can't wait to get these cute kits. They're very cute. They are lovely. Just, obviously, I adore jewellery and we make jewellery usually 3 times a week. I don't think you can ever have enough jewellery, but I also think it's nice to make accessories as well. Sometimes I think Laura's got a nice like hair clip coming up. I'm sure around the festive period we will be doing some kind of decorations. I know I have a decoration in mind, but it's nice to just make homeware and accessories and brooches and lots of other different types of things sometimes, and it's a bit of fun. So 6 jump rings with my chili pepper on this time. I'm going to attach another 11 jump rings together. I'm going to attach that on to the jump ring with my charm on. Make sure it's nicely closed up. And then the last jump ring, the 11th one, I'm just going to open back up and attach on my heart charm. And you can check that they're facing the way that you want them to be. They will move around, and I think that's what's nice about them. Taking my large jump ring this time, opening it up, I'll find that narrower section on the split ring. I would say this is a split ring. A split ring is kind of one jump ring that's coiled round again. So I guess this is a split ring, isn't it really? And then closing that up. So it's a very, very quick make. I'm just going to add my last one on. So again, I'm going to do this time, I'm going to add in 11. Then I'm going to put my butterfly on, and then another 11, and then my larger butterfly on in the centre. So should have 11 already here. All of the charms will have like a little loop at the top. Your butterfly one's really cute because it's like a half loop that fits in between its wings, which is quite sweet. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That should be. So little twist towards me to open. I'm always going to open and close towards and away from me. I'm not opening out. I want that to be really lovely and aligned. I'm not going to be distorting that shape. If you pull it outwards, you're not going to ever get it fully round again. And we want to make sure that they're fully lined up. Sometimes you can take it slightly past the point where those two little ends meet, and it will click perfectly back aligned. Gosh, it's very, very warm this morning. This would be a nice project to do in the garden if you've got one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then my butterfly, or my larger charm, it's just going to go into the middle on the very, very end, and then attach this one to that one. So you can rearrange these, you don't have to be putting it on the charm on number 6. I just think they look nice, kind of spread out. So there's 2 charms on each length of chain. You do you. We'll all get something nice and unique to us. Flipping it around the large split ring with the slightly larger jump ring. And it is done. I'll lay it that way so you can see. Just want that longer one in the centre. And that is my key ring. All ready, all made, and really straightforward to make. These are the Colourful bag charms, which we've named them, and they vary in price. You can find them on the Totally Beads website. We have a red, which is what I've just demoed with on, and we have a rose. In fact, I'll just take you back onto them so you can see. And let me share the page. Come on, computer. There, okay. So these are the Colourful bag charms on totallybeads.co.uk. You can see we've got the gold with the red enamel for £4.49. We've got the rhodium, which has got all those gorgeous little beach themed charms on it for just £2.99. We've got a Colourful bag charm in rose gold findings with lovely pink enamel charms on them. They're just £4.99. And we've got a silver with musical themes, and that is just £2.99. There is a wonderful offer on today. If you head into checkout, you just need to type in the word kits, KITS. Kits is going to give you 20% off, and I'm pretty sure you can use that on any kit on the website at the moment, which is wonderful. Head in, choose what you want. If you need to change the currency, you can click up here at the top, just there. And you can see we ship worldwide, and you can change your currency to pretty sure most places. And you can get making with me. If you do make, I'd love to see your makes. I'd like to see your take on it as well, you know, and say sometimes we all go about things in a different way. So you might think, I want to add these charms in, or I don't want to do my chain like that. I want to do it like this. And that way I get to be nosy, and I get to see what you've made, and you get to inspire somebody else. So you can share your lovely makes on the Totally Beads handmade page over on Facebook. I have spoken with Kitty, because I know that you need to be approved, I think, to join that. And I have asked if she would authorise some people who have been trying to get in. So hopefully you'll be able to share your make there with me. Some people just email me as well, and I get to have a nose that way. So thank you very much for being with me today. On Wednesday, I'm going to be back with you, and I'm going to be making bracelets. Are they elastic bracelets? I think they might be. Don't quote me. Rachel says, lovely make, thank you, Natalie. I love the enamel. And Just Me says, adorable, thank you, Natalie. Jan says, a very cute make. So thank you for being with me today. If you can join me on Wednesday, I'd love to see you then. I hope you all have a really nice start to the week, and you have a lovely continued rest of the week. So keep making, keep smiling, and keep letting me know what you would like to see next, because this was a lovely suggestion from one of our gorgeous viewers who said, let's do bag charms, and I hope you like them. So thank you to whoever it was. I can't remember, I'm sorry who said who it was to do it, but I've really enjoyed making them, and I hope